Hey YouTube. Today we're gonna find the Bevan's Rock Shelter in New Jersey. Now, I don't actually know too much about this rock shelter. It's it's called the Bevan's Rock House by some people, but what I did hear is that it's an overhang. There's an overhanging of rock looking over a marsh, and there's a marsh like right there. So I'm gonna look around and I'll see if I can find it. Okay, let's check here. This looks like a little rise. Let's walk through the woods here. Now I do know that it was discovered. Well, it was excavated in 1913 or 1912 by a man named Schreiber, something like that. Hope I'm close. But he found lots of evidence of Native American occupation, and including hearths. He found several hearths in the rock shelter, and a few other like stone tools and artifacts, including pottery. Apparently, he found some pottery. So that kind of indicates that it was more than just a temporary occupational site. You know, if there's pottery, there's hearths over time, that indicates that people lived in the rock shelter, at least if not continuously throughout the year, then seasonally over the course of many years, if not hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. So, ooh, that's a thorn. Ooh. So, yeah, I'm standing in the muddy, this is the muddy wash that leads to that marshland. Oh no, ooh, that's too muddy. Let me see if I can get across this, because I wonder if the rock shelter is sort of back up in those woods somewhere up there. We'll see. Here's a pile of old cinder blocks, and this looks like a rubble mound, and there's been some digging over there. I don't know if I'm in the right location. Maybe it's across the pond over there, back where, on the other side where I crossed. I'll keep looking. Look at that. Is that an old box spring mattress, maybe? Just in the middle of the woods. Yeah, tire. Oh, look at that. There's the rest of the car. More cinder blocks. There are more cinder blocks. I see, what is that? I see all sorts of things, and I definitely see rocks back there that we're gonna check out. So what is this? What in the world? Is this like a porcelain sink? Oh, here's a cow bone. Looks like a cow bone. Some sort of a sink. This is a massive old tree. Look at this fir. Douglas fir, I want to say. That is an amazing old tree. Very cool. Okay, I think actually I'm gonna go back and down around. Okay, buddy. That's a snake. That is a rattler. Pretty sure that's a rattlesnake. Yep, I want you to move away. Don't come anywhere near me. I don't see a rattle on the end of that snake's tail. What kind of snake is that? Look at how big that snake is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta be careful about snakes around here, for sure. For sure. Okay. Oof. Okay. Before I go any further, I'm gonna scan quickly. I don't see any other snakes. That's a big one back there. I gotta go very carefully here. Okay. Alright, I came around the side here. That's not a rock shelter. Let's keep going. Nah, I think I'm off track. I'm off track. I don't see any evidence of a rock shelter around here, and I also don't see any more snakes, so that's good. Okay, more tires. So let's follow this ridge, see where it goes. Okay, there's a bottle, cinder block, tire. There's another tire. I'm starting to doubt that I'm in the right place. I think actually all of this trash, it was leading me in a certain direction, and then we found that snake, and I'm just seeing tons of trash everywhere. I'm starting to think maybe this isn't actually the right location. You know, I feel like if there was going to be a rock shelter here, it wouldn't be. I don't know. It's just something in my intuition is telling me I'm in the wrong place. So let's head back across. Go back across to the other side of that pond and see if we can find something on the other side of the road, maybe. Okay. Back across. Okay, I don't see any sign of that animal that I heard. Okay, let's go check out the other side of the road. Okay, this may be right, because I don't know if you can tell, but there seems to be a path here. Just the way the leaves are ruffled and patted down, and then it just continues. This is at least the easiest way to move through these woods, so let's see what's over there. I don't know if you can see this, but some sort of a line has been tied there, and it's wrapped around that stick. I wonder if that's some sort of a hunting trap. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to go anywhere near that. What in the world? Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but there is a hunting blind that's old and rusty right up there, and we're not gonna go that direction where that animal is calling. We're gonna go this way and see if we can hunt along this ridge to find the rock shelter. Oh, what's this? Maybe this is it. Whoa, yep, that's it. There it is. We are standing on top of it. Okay, let's try to get down there. Let's see if we can get down in that hole somewhere. Maybe I'll go up and around. Yeah, that's the way. Check out this. Look at this hole. You think that's been carved? Maybe someone carved it? I'm up on top of the rock shelter, and there are definitely lots of interesting features, you know. I wonder if this was like a multi-level rock shelter, and there were people up here as well as underneath down there. Before I scramble down, just take a moment and realize that this is a 1,000-year view. For thousands of years, people have looked out over this marsh. Probably wasn't always a marsh, probably was a stream or a pond. And people lived here under there and stood up on these rocks and looked out across this view for 1,000 years. Okay, let's see if I can scramble down here. Probably wasn't the best way to come in, but that's how we found it, so we're gonna go for it. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay. Wow. There's definitely a cave down there. So that's how we probably should have come in. People would have come in there and they'd walk down here, and there's a clear path I can see. I scrambled down these rocks, but this is leading us right into the rock shelter. So let's go. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. That is incredible. This is pretty impressive. Okay, so I immediately see people have definitely been here. This is an interesting rock. It's got this fuzzy plant that I call this rabbit ears, but I'm not sure what it is. This is an interestingly placed headstone. Almost looks like a grave marker of some sort. And then here is some old charcoal. This is a half-burnt piece of wood and some charcoal. So clearly there have been fires here. That's pretty recent, I would imagine. So someone's been camping here. And yeah, look, there's charcoal on there. And then if you look up, here's the underside of the rock shelter. Okay, so we found it. This is the Bevan's rock shelter. We'll cut to the future now, and I'll explain any information I can find online or any papers that have been published about this place. I'll show them to you right now. Hey, Future Sean here. Okay, I wanted to just show you real quick where I'm at in the landscape. You can see the Delaware River is coming here. This is Dingman's Ferry. So on the west side of Delaware River is Pennsylvania, and on the east side is New Jersey. You go south from Dingman's Ferry. I came up and around past Layton and down Bevan's Road to the Bevan's Rock Shelter. And a lot of what I can find out about this place comes from articles like this one on the New Jersey Herald. I'm sure there are other academic articles and papers and whatnot, but this gives enough of an overview. So you can see a picture of the shelter there. It's someone's personal account of looking for the shelter, but then they say here that basically this guy named Max Schrabisch in 1913, he started looking for and documenting sites across New Jersey. He found 200 within this county alone, and then basically over a couple months he excavated the site and found thousands of pieces of pottery and other things like arrow points, spears, flint, and rubbing stones used for smoothing skins. So that's pretty cool. This article also has a drawing that he made, which I pulled out here, and this is his sketch of the Bevan's Rock Shelter, and you can see exactly where I was. I came in from this side, and I came up, and here is one hearth. Right where I was standing was a hearth. There's that little cave that I was looking inside, and then here's where the headstone was, where I found that burnt material and the plant, the fuzzy plant. This is right where another hearth was found. And if you look in the video, if you look up when I show the ceiling of the rock shelter, you can actually see the soot from many fires that still is up underneath the rock there. Then you'll see I'll explore the rest of it here, but there were other hearths found back in this area of the shelter. So there's a lot of human occupation. This is a sketch from 1913. So, unclear if those were colonial hearths. I'm not aware of any dating that Schrabisch did. But then I was looking for a date, and I found this blog called New Jersey Archaeology. I'm not sure what the veracity of this blog information from this blog is, but it does have this beautiful picture of a stone tool that says late archaic stone tools from the Bevan's Rock Shelter site in Sussex County, New Jersey. So these are probably stone tools that were found in the rock shelter, and it gives dates of 3000 BC to 1000 BC. So as far back as 5,000 years ago, these stone tools were being made. As it's possible that 5,000 years ago, that's what was going on here. I would guess, like other structures, ancient structures in the Delaware Water Gap area and along the Delaware River, I would imagine that the rock shelter has been occupied for 10,000 years, if not more. But at least this point is from 5,000 years ago. So I'll leave you with that. As I always say, we live in an ancient landscape, and this is a prime example. So thanks for watching. Now back to the rest of the video. I mean, this is quite an incredible. I can see why it's called a rock house, because it, it's a shelter, but clearly, look, I'm directly under it now. Pretty impressive. So, yeah, let's quickly explore it, and then we'll head back. And it keeps going back in there. Man, it would be really interesting to see what's back there, but I'm not gonna go in. Look at this wall, I want to touch this wall, actually. Okay, so there it is, the Bevan's Rock Shelter. If you like these videos, please give me a like and a subscribe. I'm going to find all sorts of places like this, so check out the membership area for more videos. My email is in the description. Join the mailing list. And my name's Sean. This is my channel, It's All Good. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.